Hey, what's going on, bike people of the internet? In this video we're going to turn this 1998 GT Tequesta from this sort of mid-spec XC, decent-ish 90s XC mountain bike into some sort of cafe, cruiser, hipster, fun all-round clunker of a mountain bike. So it's going to be a Restomod with modern gears and bars and everything else on it. I picked this up in summer 2024 for just £60, I think. It's a big size frame. I think it's a 20-inch. It's really big, suits me, but you know, it's not the best looking bike in the world. Here's a picture from the Facebook Marketplace advertising. It's got some kooky bits like a mobile phone holder and some horrible mudguards. That vanished straight away, and I was sort of taking it round and trying it out, getting a feel for what I wanted the build to be. So let's get into the garage and show you around the bike.
So this is the 98, I think, GT Tequesta I picked up last summer now. Let's have a fly around it. So starting at the top, I don't think these bar ends are period correct. They're very small and stubby. Not too bad. We've got some Yeti grips, but it's been cut down a bit oddly. It's very small on there. Looks like they've been cut down to squeeze the bar ends, which is an odd way of doing things. Which is a shame because this end is not cut down, so again very strange. I'd like to have kept those. Got Avid brake levers here and 8-speed STX RC shifters. Got GT bars and a very long GT stem with some sort of toe peak mount there. I'm guessing it would have been for a computer. We've got a Toga headset of some description. This doesn't feel great to me. It kind of feels a bit notchy. Maybe it's just dry. We'll have a look on the inside. Moving down to the front, we have a reflector, which is a sign that the bike hasn't had a hard off-road life, at least. And we have these Avid 2.0 brakes, which actually look to be in pretty good condition, so we can try to reuse those. We have a GT chromo fork, nice GT embossing down here, and we have some GT branded hubs, if you can make that out. Zoom in a bit. GT on the hubs, and I think these are Alessi rims. Oops, 1 second. Oh no, Araya rims. So yeah, these rims, we'll definitely try to reuse these. Also, there's no quick release. It's been turned into some kind of boltless thing, so hopefully there won't be too much of a challenge to get off. Moving back up to the top, again, zoom out a bit. GT Tequesta there in black and silver, looks quite nice. Triple triangle design. A nice Wilderness Trails bicycle SST saddle with a nice embroidered. It's flaking a bit there, so that needs repairing. Some old school rear light there, which isn't terrible. Big chunky seat post. It did have a mudguard on when I bought it, which was sticking out, but let's pull it off straight away. Didn't like it. Going back down the down tube, they come with accessories. So some old water bottle, which I think is going to go straight in the bin. I think this is quite a cool old Elite bottle holder here. That's quite nice. And it comes with a nice Lezyne pump here, which feels to me, there we go, it's like it's never been used, so I might actually retain that for what I'm thinking about doing with this bike. Looks like it's been serviced by Push Pedal. Have a look at that. And then we have some DMR V8s down here. Suntour chain set. These are steel chain rings, so quite heavy. Matching rear rim. STX RC, a grubby looking oily chain and the Dork disc. Matching rear brakes. The tyres are WTB Velociraptors front and rear. So you've got the sort of directional tyres and the paddles at the back. So overall, it's kind of in pretty good condition to me. So let's check out the chain as the next part and see how bad a state that's in. So checking the chain, looks good at 0.75. And looks good at 0.5 as well, so this chain we can keep. It's the first time for a long time I've had this. It's pretty grubby, but we'll try to retain that for future use. So let's start by splitting this chain. I'm going to push the pin part way through and try to keep it in the chain because I think I might want to reuse this one. A little bit more. It's quite a mucky, dirty chain, but that'll be fine for storage for now. So we'll put that in the box and retain it for the next phase. So it's got a little cheap plastic box here I should put all the bits into. So with the bike on the floor, the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the chain set before I do anything, because that's usually the problematic area. So pedals, chain set, then we can get up on a work stand. These V8s are in medium condition, bit chipped up, but spinning quite smoothly. But these are one of my favourite colours. I love this sort of, I don't know, Subaru blue is probably the closest colour. So we're going to keep these for a different project. I don't think the blue and yellow goes quite so well with the black decals, or maybe, 1 second. Potential option, might upgrade the forks to these Z3 lights, and that blue is not quite right, but it's a bit distant, so you wouldn't notice the difference in colour, so that might be a potential option for this build. Thinking about it anyhow. Let's get this pedal off. There we go. And again, that feels okay. They feel like they need a bit of grease, but generally, overall, half decent. So, I treated myself to some Park Tool gloves the other day for mechanicking. I think they look quite nice. But yeah, let's get this non-drive side crank off. It's a bit rusty, this bolt, so it's far from perfect. Let's get the bolt out. Just checking in there to see if there's any washers. It looks good. It's 'That in. Okay. See how this goes. Oh, nice and tight. $175, it's made in Taiwan, not too bad. Onto the drive side now. Oh, let's go this way around. Oh, that was nice and tight. So if I fish around in there, make sure there's no washers. So yeah, we've got the Suntour XR300. Feels quite chunky. I'm guessing these are steel chainrings. Yeah, the cheap pressed steel chainrings. Might be able to put a nice chain set on here actually. Definitely looks like it might be an option, but yeah, there we go. Looks like a 42, 34, 24 maybe. But yeah, pretty heavy. Okay, this should okay, it's not too bad. switch to a ratchet. Ooh. Ooh, it's quite rusty in there. Pretty grimy. But the bottom bracket doesn't feel too bad. Switch it round. Okay. Let's have a zoom in here. It looks quite crusty, but I wonder if that's residual from the bottom bracket or something. We'll get a wire brush now and clean it out. But yeah, maybe it looks worse than what it is. I don't think it's corroded, I think it's just surface rust. So let's make the bike a bit easier to work on. Let's pop the wheels off next. Release the V-brakes and these bolt through adapters. Quite nice. I think I'll use those in the future for sure. But yeah, there's our tyre. Let's go around the back side. Oh yeah, V-brake. That's the rear wheel off. Yeah, picks up some dirt. Gloves are no good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is going to cut the cables. And there's a cable protector here that I want to retain, so I'll cut it just here. That's all 3 cables cut. This is a nice STX RC rear derailleur. Looks to be in really good condition, so it's definitely on the reuse list. It's a bit grubby and oily, but I think it's definitely got some life left in it. Let's get this one. Is the cable gone? So, front delayer, there's a Olivia, it's quite nice. It looks alright under there as well. Rear V brake next. This bolt's a touch rusty, we'll see if we can treat that if we reuse them. I'll pull the whole system off here because I'd like to keep some of these cables to retain them for the cable length in the future. Get rid of the inner, but we'll keep this bit together. And let's take the V-brakes off. Pads are quite corroded there. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, that's released. Let's get rid of this reflector next. bit crusty, won't be reusing this one, this is likely for the bin. Let's work on the handlebars next. Let's remove these mini bar ends. These little cute bar ends. I generally don't like bar ends, but they're kind of awesome. Maybe they might be cool to run in the middle, but interesting. Let's get this side. Yeah, and there's the other one. They're in pretty good condition. May reuse them for something. So I've decided I want to retain these Yeti grips. Maybe I could use them with a grip shift system in the future, because this edge has been trimmed off this one, which is a bit frustrating. But so I'm just gonna GT85 up the middle and try to work that in. Oh, there we go. Yeti grip saved. A bit grubby, but we'll see if we can clean that up in the future. I'm not going to reuse it on this bill. They're quite corroded, but I think they'll be alright. This headset feels not so great. It's quite stiff. Oh, this headset does not feel good. Let's pop this stem off and investigate this headset. Keep that. And let's get rid of this stem. Nice long GT stem. Don't think I'm going to reuse it for this build, but yeah, not too bad. Some spacers. Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all. Can you hear how bad it is? It sounds super dry. I can't find my mallet. I don't know where I've misplaced it, but I don't want to hit this metal on metal to release this section up here, so I'm just going to use a little bit of waste wood and give that a good tap. And that should release everything we've got here. And as you can see, there is not an ounce of grease in this headset. It's completely and utterly dry. But fortunately, it doesn't look very rusty, so might be able to reuse that. I'll just put all the parts on here for now. Let's pop it on there. So that's the fork released. So let's get rid of this rear light next. I'm sure I used to have this exact light when I was a teenager. It's not awful, but not great either. It's definitely not up to modern standards. Oh look, there's a bit of rubber grip on there as well. Not entirely sure if we're going to keep this or not. It looks like it's in really good condition. Let's keep it together for now and figure it out at a later date. But yeah, this smart light. Actually, let's turn the lights off in here. See what modes it has. Let's just turn the light off. So we have steady red, blinking, sequential, and off. Yeah, not terrible. Something to keep for the future. Right, last thing, let's get rid of this saddle. Let's twist that round. So I think this is a lovely Wilderness Trails bike saddle with this embroidery on here, and it's not all fuzzy or terrible. Just needs a small repair there. Maybe add a staple or something like that, or a bit of rubber glue. We can get the saddle repaired, and on a period correct bike it will look quite cool. It's not frayed around any of the edges or got any rust, so definitely keeping this for the future. So the frame's quite dusty and mucky, so let's have a fly around it. You can just see all the grime and dust and dirt here. And chainstay protector's quite nice. There's not too much bad rust or anything to spot around here, and on this yellow colour it definitely show up. Got a little bit round here maybe. Little signs around these washers, but we can sort that out. GT logo looks good there. Triple triangle. Yeah, overall it's pretty good, just dirty and dusty. Some of this dust is me from last summer, but yeah, let's give it a wash and see what it looks like after that. So I'm just going to use some automotive car mixed into this washing bottle and give us a clean down. So, ran out of storage on my phone just then, so we're back a day later after deleting a load of crap. So we'll still have a fly around the frame before we go detailing it and look at some of the areas. We've got some like odd marks here, but there's more like a strip of paint or goo or something like that. These are chips through to the metal, but I'm not too worried about them. Along the top tube, generally pretty clean, which is one of the things I like about this bike. We've got some marring and marks which we'll try to get off. Can you just about make that out? Yellow is not a very good colour to see this against. But yeah, some marring and marks, we'll try to polish those out. A couple of little chips, not too worried. So that's the top tube. As we move around the seat tube, it's just a bit dirty around here, so a bit more cleaning required, but we'll get that at the end. Nice GT embossed there, triple triangle looking classic. Going down the down tube, we've got a chip here, but nothing too much to worry about. A few scratches, a bit of marring and colour disfavement where the clamp was, which is always going to happen, but there's a couple of little marks on here. It should polish out. We've got this push pedal sticker here, which I'm going to have to remove because, I mean, it's probably a great company, but I don't really like the colour on here. It's kind of distracting, it's a bit wonky, so we'll get rid of that. And let's go back up to the top and look down the triple triangle. This chainstay, there's a little bit of like rust from the fasteners poking through, but nothing to worry about. A couple of miles and marks. And the chainstay, there's a couple of chips here from chain slap, but nothing too much to worry about. Overall, I think we're just going to give it a T-cut, pull the sticker off, give it a T-cut, and see what it looks like after that. I'm going to do a time lapse for this. So after that first round of polishing, it's looking better. We've still got a couple of mars on here, but it's not too bad. There's still a bit of dirty sections, but I try scraping them off by finger or getting something on them. This rear end's looking not very lusterful still, so I want to give this another round. But yeah, overall, looking better. Going for a second round. So this is what it's looking like right now. It's pretty good. There's still areas that needs a bit more luster on it. Grab a second light. I think it needs improvement in this area, but generally it's looking pretty good. But it can always be improved. And one of my favourite products is Auto Gleam Super Resin Polish. I'm going to give it a coat of this. So just finished with the Super Glim Auto Resin Polish, and that's really brought up the shine now. So yeah, it's always worth having a go with that stuff. It definitely brings out the luster in the bike, makes it nice and shiny. The yellow doesn't really show it so much, but yeah, I'm happy with that. That'll do. I think next on the list is get building. Oh no, got the forks to do. Still looking pretty glossy down there. So yeah, they're next on the list. So here we have the sort of finished detail forks. They're quite shiny and lustery, but there's still quite a lot of scratches. If I take the direct light off it, you can kind of see the scratches. There's nothing I could do about that, but overall I think we're looking at something quite nice now. Let's start the build, shall we? So let's get this build underway. Gonna reinstall the original fork, and I'm gonna reuse the headset. So let's put some grease on here. Let's get that nicely greased up, put a bit in here as well. So my top cap's slightly under flush there, so I won't be able to tighten this up with this stem. So I'm going to change the spacer to a bigger one. What I'll do is I'll lift this up. I'll get rid of one of these, and I'll pop in this big spacer instead. And I think that will be just about perfect. Yeah, I reckon that's just about perfect. That feels nice and smooth now. However, I'm not super keen on seeing that steel there. Might change your mind on the stem once I get the build progressed a bit. So I've got this black aluminium cap, and I found this black bolt which looks pretty nice in there. So let's stick that in. Going for a black and yellow theme on this bike, so it should look pretty cool, I reckon. Doesn't feel great. See if that works in. I might have to change the headset. Yeah, it's getting better. Okay, we'll go for that for now. So the bottom bracket we're going to go for this build is going to be a nuke proof. I bought this in the nuke proof shutting down sale last year, and I've got a small stockpile of them. This will suit Shimano, it says 24. It's the basic Neutron one, so nothing flash, but we'll try sticking it in. But first thing, I need to measure the BB shell, work out if I need spacers or not. It comes with spacers, so let's measure the BB shell quickly. Let's get the dial caliper out quickly. It's a dirty cheap Parkside one, so accuracy probably dubious, but it's alright for bike mechanics. And that is a 68mm BB shell. Just nudged it on there. So we're going to have to add spacers to get this up to 70, 72, 75. So I've got a nuke proof bottom bracket. I've got a total of 7.5 mils spacers which will be required. It's quite a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 on the right hand side and 1 on the left hand side. So I'll get this pre-installed so I don't forget which way it goes. And let's get it installed. I'm just going to grease this up. I was about to say don't need to go crazy, but it doesn't hurt down here. There we go. Just get plenty in it. Let's double make sure this is the right hand side. Ooh. Yes, it's the right hand side, so it tightens anti-clockwise if I remember right. I might end up playing with these spacers to change this chain line. We'll find out when we sort of get the build progressed a bit. Right, that'll do. Let's repeat the same on the non-drive side. Let me move the camera for that one. Let's get the non-drive side in. So there's one spacer on this side. Just apply some grease to the threads. Let's get that glued in. Threaded in. Should be able to push us through now. I'm feeling a bit resistance. What could that be? Nothing's in the way. I think it's just getting the O-ring started on the other side. Am I tightening this the right way? Yes. What's going on here? I'm just going to back the non-drive side out, the drive side out a bit. Something strange. I think what happens is this tube is not fitting inside the frame. So the tube doesn't fit. The problem's the tube doesn't fit with the inside the bottom bracket. Well, it goes in that way. How strange. Okay, what we'll do, we'll install this side. Get this on here. Okay. Can't quite do a full spin. One more. I reckon one more and I'll be there. Right, I'm going to fit the tube because I reckon this tube is sensitive to how it goes through the bottom bracket. There we go. And now I can fit the drive side. So I'm crushing something there. So that tube, I think that tube's the problem. We'll try turning it around. If that doesn't work, we're going to give up on it. Let's try it that way around. See, it doesn't go in. Okay, we'll get rid of that. And get this back in. We're going to go tubeless. It only does weather sealing anyhow, so we should be pretty good on this frame. Don't plan to do too much full wet weather riding in this one. Maybe it will happen accidentally, but as for now, to get things going, we'll leave it like that. I suspect that I don't know, there's a rivet for the cable at the bottom there. It's interfering and sending it offline. So, right, click. That's the right torque for that one. That's the right torque for that one. That was a bit of a palaver. So for the initial build, I'm going to be fitting this Shimano, I think it's Dior level or basic, Holotech 2 chain set. So this is a 30 tooth and it should be the right offset. I think it's a 52mm chain line. So let's grease up the axle and insert it. I'm gonna just put a bit of grease on here. Don't need a crazy amount. I picked this chain setup off of Merlin Cycles a little while ago. I think it was 26 quid, so it's worth a risk. I feel like the chainring might be too small, but it'll slow me down and make me appreciate the ride more. But that looks pretty good. Let's fit the non-drive side. So this chain set becomes pre-greased in here, so I don't need to add any grease to the spindle. So let's just pop it straight on. Let's make sure that little tab's removed. That should go on quite nicely. Then we can insert the pre-tension bolt here. I always find these a little bit fiddly. That'll do. Okay, feels pretty good. And we can close that. And we'll just pinch up these bolts. Right, they're just about nipped up and that's spinning pretty nicely. For the rear derailleur, we're going to be fitting this Dior, what is it? M50-120. It's a 10-speed, wide range rear derailleur. Just pop a little bit of grease on that thread and get this installed. How's the angle on camera? Looks alright. Oh, I have butterfingers today. Oh, I don't want that to rotate. Right, just loosely pop that down. Yeah, it looks alright. This sort of dark grey, black and yellow is looking pretty good. I think I want to put a little bit of silver to tidy everything up, but I think, yeah, we're looking good so far. Let's grease up the free hub. That's nice and greasy. And the cassette we're going to go for, if I put the big one up there, is this 10-speed Dior cassette with a monstrous 46-tooth outer ring. So hills should be no problem. Just trying to find it out, hopefully. Let's see if that lines up. Oh, perfect. Let's pop this ring off. Oh, and I failed. Okay, right, that goes on there. Goes on there. And pop that up. And that fills about 40 Newton meters. This reflector needs an adjustment here. I almost forgot about it. Let me just press this up. Oh no, it's up. Oh, we're gonna have to go without a reflector. Oh well. I think it looks better. So next thing to do is get the wheels back on. I've installed everything and I'm reusing these like secure quick release, well non-quick release bolt through axle type style ones, security axles, because They're perfectly good and they suit my need. So I could reuse the V-brakes that come with this bike. They're not too bad, but they're a little bit rusty and need to go for a bit of restoration. And I think I might have a better project for these to go on. Nothing wrong with them. The pads are actually, the front pads I think are original. These are Aztec pads, so not too bad. But can you see there's a slight difference in finish? This is like a pewter finish and this is like a plain silver. So maybe they got changed or updated at some point in time. So what I'm going to do is change out the V-brakes to a brand new set of Shimano Alivio ones. I picked these up from the Chain Reaction fire sale for probably about a £5 each, so I'm not out too much money. And I think the silver will go with the black, yellow and silver theme we're going with, so let's go with these. Now, one of the nice things about getting a new set of V-brakes is it comes with brand new noodles, and it usually comes with 2 sets of bolts. So I think I'm going to try the shorter bolts first. I'll try one of each, see which one fits best. One will fit better than the other. So, oh look, there's plenty of Loctite on that one. That's madness. All right, let's scratch that off. Let's try this long one first. I think this is going to be too long. No, that's pretty good. Let's go for the long ones. So I need to pop some pressure onto those, but not just yet. Let's move to the front. Let's get the bars installed next, and oh, that's the wrong way around. Pop that there. Bars we're going to go for are these Ritchie Comp Coyote bar, so a bit of an alt bar. They seem really wide. Yeah, 800mm, absolutely crazy. But yeah, something new to try. It should suit the character of this bike quite cool. And yeah, let's crack them open and have a look. So yeah, pop those on. The Thompson stem has a very small bolts in it. I think I've owned this stem for 15 years now, so it's a really high quality piece of kit. Let's see if we can thread them through. So that looks about right for me for now. So with this rise forwards here, it kind of negates having a long stem to counterback the suit back. But yeah, that feels pretty cool. Maybe that's too wide for me, but we'll give it a go as a starter for 10. So I'm going to treat this bike to a new set of brake levers, much like the brakes, they need a bit of rust removing from them. So I've got these silver Avid ones in stock, which I'm going to use for this build. Ooh. I do have those in black as well, so what ones would you go for, silver or black for this build? I'm going to go for silver, I think, just to give it a little bit of contrast. And for the shifter, I got this Dior 10-speed. And these two don't work well together, so maybe that needs to go on the inside. Okay, yeah, that works pretty well. That looks cool. I could definitely work with that. I'm just going to roughly position the controls for now, just to stop them wiggling around. One of the things I'm having problems with is these bars like to hit the top tube. So I'm just going to put a toe strap around the wheel just to stop it spinning so much. Just pull it down here. Wait a second, that's not quite right. Right, that should stop the bars swinging around there. So next thing we need to do is get the cables installed, and that's a really boring thing to film. So here we have it all cabled up. I didn't film it because to be honest, this is a really boring film thing. I'm no expert at cabling in a bike, and it's quite a tedious thing to do. So yeah, I've left them quite long so I can play with bar positions and stuff. It's all looking pretty neat though. It's looking good. Yeah, not too bad so far. Let's move on. So let's get some accessories on the bike and finish the build off. Got this Elite bottle cage. It's kind of retro. It's a new one, but yeah, I think the black colour would suit this bike. So let's get this installed. So for the pedals, we're going to go for these Superstar Nanos I've had for donkey's yonks, maybe over 10 years. Just grease up the axles here. And these are Allen key only ones, so have to come in from the back. That's good. Let's make sure that's tightened up. And we'll switch to the other side. Where's the angle for that side? For the saddle, we're going to go for this Physique Aliante. I pulled this off a brand new bike I got. You may have seen in the channel, so I'm going to use this. And for grips, we're going to go with some DMR Death grips in yellow to match everything else. That's good. So the last accessory for this build I'm going to fit is my trusty old restrap bag. It's just good to carry spares around in. Doesn't fit fantastic around that cable, but we'll see if we can get it to work. With that cable housing, I think we'll be okay. And let's put the strap, I think that'll work quite well, under here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Right, I think that looks pretty good. And the build's just about done. Oh, get rid of this. So let's go take it for a ride and take some nice photos.
So overall, I'm pretty happy with the build. It's not quite perfect though. The stem I think is too short and it makes the handling a bit, nervous isn't quite the right word, but slightly unstable. So I'm going to try to find a higher rise, longer stem. And I also might cut the bars down a bit. They are 800mm wide, which is a bit mental. Even on sort of a downhill bike, that's pretty wide. So I think I'm going to chop them down to about 720, so 14mm off each end. I think that will probably make the bars pretty good. So yeah, overall there's a little bit more to do on it, but it's rideable and I'm using it now. Yeah, so thanks for watching if you got this far. I've put classic music all over this video for a change, because someone keeps getting in the comments moaning about the electronic dance music. I like it, but yeah, I thought I'd mix it up and go classical, so you can't complain anymore. So yeah, thanks for watching if you got this far. It's been a fun build. I've got plenty more coming soon. Next one probably will be a Cannondale CAD-free Seiko road bike restoration. That's called Campagnolo. So that should be pretty cool, so stay tuned for that. And if you've got this far through this very long video, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.